Hello and welcome to day 9 of the Wisdom Finance series. I really do hope that you've been getting the most value so far. My name is Favour Excellence and I'm excited to be doing life with you. Today, day 9, I will be talking about how you can have a realistic budget. One of the major challenges why people really cannot stick to a budget or people are not budgeting is because the budget is not realistic. If your budget is not realistic, it's like having a plan that you cannot execute. And when you have a plan that you cannot execute, it's as good as you not having a plan at all, because you have it and it's just there on the papers and it is not changing your life. It is not helping you to secure your financial future. It is not structuring your life in the direction that you will be able to achieve your goals and your objectives. Then what is the point? Having a realistic budget is really very important for you. Now we have established the fact that you need to highlight all the anticipated expenses and then you need to take them through the priority test to know whether they need to be in your budget for that season or not. The next thing you need to do, which is very important, is to establish flexibility limits. A lot of people are frustrated with their budget. They feel caged with their budget because the budget is very rigid without any flexibility, especially if you're in Nigeria and Africa, where inflation is shooting off the roof by the day. Something that is 10,000 naira in the market today, you go to the market tomorrow and it has increased to 12,000 naira. And then you begin to ask yourself, in this economy and in this situation, what do I do? How do I survive? You need to ensure that you create some form of flexibility limit in your budget. Your flexibility limit allows you some form of, flexibility just in case there is an increase in cost or there is a reduction in cost. For example, if you are budgeting 10,000 naira for your transportation and you are not sure whether within that particular period there will be increase of fuel or there will be, increase in transportation, you can create a flexibility limit of 10 to 20%, which will be about 11 to 12,000 in your budget, or depending on the rate of inflation and depending on how much available you have, you can even increase the flexibility limit to maybe 30%. Do you see? So that flexibility limit gives you some room just in case things change, then you are able to quickly, adjust with your flexibility limit. Another thing you can do is to create a contingency budget. A contingency budget is a budget that is not necessarily defined, right? You can include it as a component of your standard budget that in case anything comes up that is unexpected, in case my transportation for the month shoots up, in case I realized that I needed extra data for the month, in case I needed some extra money to feed for the month, just in case, you are able to go to that particular budget line and assess that amount of money and use it to meet your needs. Being realistic is good, but being realistic requires that you need to create some form of flexibility within your budget. Even in organizations, I work in an organization where I am responsible for a country level budget that is so huge, right? One of the key things that we do is ensure that there are flexibilities within the budget. So even with big organizations, with small organizations, MSMEs, entrepreneur, and individuals, flexibility limit is important for you. And let me give you one personal secret. So what I do is that I create my contingency budget, I impute flexibility limit within my budget, and then what I also do is to tell myself, if I am able to make savings from my budget lines, I am able to use it to reward myself on certain things. So if, for example, I had budgeted 10,000 naira for feeding, I'll tell myself, okay, if you are able to spend 8,000 naira on feeding within the period, then you have 2,000 naira to do just anything you want to do and reward yourself and enjoy yourself. Or sometimes I can tell myself that money that is, saved from my flexibility limit, or that savings that is held back, I will utilize it for some investment. I can just throw it into one shares or throw it into just one small investment. Or I can tell myself I'll use it as a gift. I can gift it to somebody in need to make somebody smile. Do you see? So develop your budget with flexibility and have a contingency budget, because you do not know everything, and sometimes things happen that you do not plan for, that you did not anticipate. So getting yourself prepared for it will go a long way to help you and create some form of stability in your budgeting. Okay, so I'll see you in the 10. Cheers to your wisdom finance, and bye for now.